Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we'll be diving into an intriguing topic, the concept of randomness in our lives. We'll ponder the seemingly arbitrary nature of our circumstances and the impact of these factors on our lives. The RNG, random number generator, is an algorithm used in video games to add randomness to gameplay. In this video, I want to reflect on this concept in relation to real life. Your life will be dramatically affected depending on where you are born. For example, it's not the same to be born into a wealthy family in the developed world as it is to be born into a less fortunate one in a developing country. The fact is that the vast majority of things that will shape our lives are not in our hands. It's complete randomness. As I said, if two people are born in these two places, their lives will be dramatically different, without them having decided anything. The same goes for people born with beauty closer to or further from the standards set by society. I conclude that life is unfair, as not everyone has the same opportunities or starts from the same place. But what causes me to be born into this life and another person into theirs? How is it that I was born into this body and not another? Going further, why was I born in this era and not in the year 1300? For example, is it all just pure chance? When I was younger, I often wondered, what would have happened if I hadn't been born? Would I have been born into a different family? What if my father had ended up with another woman or vice versa? What would have happened if I hadn't been the victorious sperm? Here's my theory. There was only one possibility for each of us to exist, and that's precisely what happened in this reality. If we hadn't existed, we would never have known. Logically, I think of it this way. Imagine you had to choose a number between 1 and 100 million, and the number you picked, let's say 64, is the one that comes up. The question what would have happened if 64 hadn't come up can only be asked in the universe where 64 came up. If another number had been chosen, this question would never have existed. So, we can only ask ourselves, why do we exist if we are already existing? Taking a step back, then, why was I born into this life? Well, you can only ask that question because you have already been born into your life. Let's break the loop and continue with my theory. In my opinion, the matter of existence or non-existence isn't about probability because it's not like a lottery or any other bet where you can choose between A or B. There's no choice involved. You're not born in one place or another. You either exist where you are existing, or you don't exist at all. So, have we been lucky to exist? I would say no, as it's not a matter of statistics. As I mentioned earlier, it's all or nothing. With this reflection, I also question the use of the phrase what would have happened if, as it doesn't make sense to ask that question because you can only ask it if that particular event didn't happen. In pondering the concept of randomness and the RNG-like nature of our lives, we can't help but wonder about the role of fate or destiny. If our lives are indeed dictated by chance, is there any room for the belief in a predestined path? These questions challenge our understanding of control and free will. Is there a balance between the randomness of life and the choices we make that shape our experiences? Our decisions undoubtedly influence our lives, but the extent to which they can overcome the inherent randomness remains uncertain. Furthermore, it's essential to recognize the impact that our environment and social structures have on our lives. While it may seem that randomness governs our circumstances, social, political, and economic factors can create patterns that determine the opportunities available to us. Addressing these systemic issues is crucial in working towards a more equitable world where everyone has a fair chance to thrive. Acknowledging the role of randomness in our lives can inspire empathy and understanding for the struggles of others and motivate us to work collectively to create more just societies. In conclusion, our lives are full of randomness, much like the RNG in video games. However, it's important to remember that our existence isn't a matter of probability or luck. The unique circumstances of our lives have come together to create the reality we experience, and we should embrace the mystery and complexity that comes with it. Thank you for joining me in this thought-provoking discussion, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting content on my YouTube channel.